Hi everyone, my name is Mukta, and tonight I will be talking about gender representation in independent music. If you haven't noticed already, we have some work to do, and I'm going to talk about how feminist collectives might be the answer to bringing more diversity into independent music. So about 3 years ago, my friends and I started Honey Power. It's a DIY feminist music and art collective. I'm going to break that down for you a little bit. DIY because we're totally independent. This is a passion project. It's something that we do out of love. We all have day jobs, so it's just for fun. No one's making any money off of it. Feminist because everyone involved, all the men and the women involved, proudly call ourselves feminists. So that's a key part of what we do. Music and art because the majority of what we do supports local musicians and artists. So we throw concerts, we DJ, we have art openings, and it's a collective because there are about 15 of us who come in and out. Having 15 people there makes it really supportive because we recognize that life sometimes gets in the way of your commitments, and so it's really fluid in terms of our roles. But working in the music industry often has me asking myself, why is independent music such a boys' club? Mainstream pop music is at the forefront of so many identities and new ideas, and it's being led by powerful women. You have ladies like Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, Rihanna, topping the charts. It's diverse. Independent music prides itself on being counterculture, being ahead of the curve, being innovative, and yet statistically we find that it is majority straight white male. Fusion Network last year did a study breaking down the statistics at a bunch of different music festivals, and the statistics were kind of incredible. So 50% of concert goers are women, and yet what they found was, I'll give you a few numbers. At Coachella last year, the lineup, 84% of the bands featured all men in them, and only 16% had at least one woman in the band. Lollapalooza, 74% all male bands, 26% all female bands, or 26% bands with at least one woman in them. Sasquatch, 68% bands that were all male, and only 31% bands that featured at least one woman in them. I feel like festivals represent local music venues pretty well, the concerts that you'd see there, so I thought it'd make for a good comparison. So I did an analysis of Honey Power events, and I found the polar opposite happening. Did not even know that coming into this, but our events feature 30% all-male bands and 70% bands with at least one woman in them. So to give you a little idea of the kinds of events we're talking about, here are some pictures. These are from a sellout show that we did. It was a concert where we encouraged guests to turn off their phones at the door, really encouraged people to be in the moment, to be present. We had postcards that people could send to their friends. We did a pool party featuring 4 female-fronted bands, and we had a shuttle taking people from the parking lot to a secret location, so it was a surprise. It was a really cool house. We did a residency at a local music venue, DIY space called Pear Space, where we had an art night, we had a punk night, we had a comedy night, we had a dance party. We've had shows at bowling alleys. We DJ all over town, so we DJ venues, festivals, wherever. We started out as a DJ collective, so that's very much still a part of what we do. And we recently started a book club where we're reading books by female authors, female musicians. So how did we end up creating an inclusive space? It turns out when you put a bunch of like-minded individuals together, you create an inclusive space. All of us consider ourselves feminists, the men and the women involved, and so what happens is we're not getting lineups that overlook amazing women. Instead, you have lineups that have ladies who shred, who can command a room with their performance, and who are breaking gender norms and expectations. Honey Power is founded on promoting artists that we love. We want to create memorable experiences, intimate shows that break the barrier between between the performer and the audience. We care about diversity and representation. We want to learn from the women who have paved the way for us, and it comes down to having fun. So that's a big part of it too. A huge part of what we do is collaborate with other women. I think that part is crucial. Collaborating creates a support system that believes in inclusivity, in empowering each other, supporting each other. And so these are some of the examples of groups that we've collaborated with in the past. So we have Sunday Gallery. They feature a lot of awesome female artists, a lot of them working in the digital space. There's Girl Gang, which empowers young women and teen girls. You have She Shreds magazine, which focuses on female guitar players. There's Chicas Rockeras, which is a rock camp for girls in Southeast LA. So there are lots and lots of groups out there working on things, and supporting each other is key. And that means supporting female musicians, going to their shows, buying their albums. That means reading books by female authors. That means watching films by female directors. So it's a really big part of what we do. Another great part about being a part of a feminist collective is the practical skill sets that you learn. We learn from each other. We are constantly exchanging ideas. Having a physical space really helps because you're able to talk about what you believe in and how you can grow together. And we are not the first of this kind. There's so many amazing collectives out there. So Honey Power was inspired by Twee Girls Club from Japan. And they were inspired by a collective in England. And it goes even further than that. There are collectives, plenty of them here in Los Angeles. There's Girls, 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 Girls Only, Girl Core, that's in London, Paris, New York. There's an all-female photo collective in the Middle East. It's really amazing to be a part of a community that's worldwide, just women supporting each other and working together. So this is just the beginning. Gender representation is not the only problem that independent music is facing. It spans far beyond that, to race, class, to sexual orientation. The diversity is not even covered with just gender. So it should be a conscious effort by those organizing and promoting to feature a diverse range of voices. And it can't stop there. These voices can't just be the talent, they have to be the ones making decisions. So if music festivals, if music blogs, if local concerts aren't serving the needs of your community, it's time to come together, support other women, and start your own. Thank you.